It's recording. So welcome to the Commissioner and to Jim, and I will hand it over to Jim right now.
All right, terrific. Laura, can you hear me? Just want to make sure before I start talking. Terrific.
Yes.
Laura, good morning, and thanks so much for having us. This is a terrific turnout, and interest is high, and that is great. I'm going to just introduce myself quickly. I'm Jim Politis, work at the Connecticut Department of Revenue Services. We do have a couple of other of my colleagues here today, a couple who will speak with you, and there are one or two who will be behind the scenes helping us to pull this off as well. My job today is pretty simple. It's to help just facilitate those of us here from DRS to make sure we use this time with you productively. And move through the program as efficiently as we can. Here's what you can expect today. I will, when I am done, I'll pass it over to Commissioner Biello, who will have a couple of introductory words. We'll then pass it to my colleague Randy, who will take you through a demo and a walkthrough of the of MyconneCT, our new system. We'll save some time for questions at that point and see if some folks have some questions from the presentation, either if they brought them or if they had based on what they saw. And then my other colleague, Rick Carter, will close the program with a couple of final thoughts, things that we want you to leave with today, just to keep in mind. So I had talked about this with Chris quickly before I turn it over to the Commissioner. Just by show of hands, was anyone contacted this week about MyconneCT with kind of an invitation for an early look? I see a couple of hands go up. Terrific, excellent. Great. Yeah, no, and that's exactly what we had hoped for. Not that there was any science behind who we reached out to, but there were some early looks that we were hoping for folks to dive in before our larger public launch that we wanted folks to do. So I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Biello. John, I know one of the things that you and I always talk about is how much we appreciate the partnership with Laura. How she works on our executive advisory, our external advisory committee, and how she's always willing to help us engage with members. So, John, why don't you go ahead and get us started?
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. And good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Really appreciate the opportunity for myself and for my DRS colleagues to be here with you this morning. Like Jim said, and Laura, my name is John Biello. I'm the acting commissioner at the Connecticut Department of Revenue Services. We wanted to spend some time with you this morning to share some exciting changes that are coming to DRS. Are certainly going to affect all of you. And I think that you'll find, if you start using the product, you'll find that there's a significant benefit that you're going to receive. Not only for yourselves, but for your clients and taxpayers in general. Jim said this, and I echo Jim's sentiments that the NATP is a great partner of ours, and we thought it was very important that we share this information directly with you. This is a great milestone for the agency, and we're proud to share this with you. Over the last year and a half, DRS has prepared for the launch of a new tax administration system. The customer-facing piece of that is that you'll use is called MyconneCT. This system really will transform and modernize how DRS conducts its business, and quite frankly, how taxpayers and tax practitioners will communicate and transact business with us as well. One of the most visible changes that you're going to see with MyconneCT is a very intuitive and easy to use tax filing and payment portal. The MyconneCT will over time replace the Taxpayer Service Center. Our implementation is timeline is 4 years, so very specific tax types are going to come on each year. This year, the bigger taxes that are going live are sales and use and employer withholding tax. Basically, MyconneCT is going to provide taxpayers with a safe and a convenient way to submit returns, manage their accounts, make payments. It really is an easy tool to use to communicate with the agency. We had a soft launch this past Monday, and Jim took the poll right before I got started, and it was good to see some hands go up. So we do have some, hopefully have some early users of the system. I'm proud to report that we've got over 1,500 profiles. This was as of yesterday, so I'm sure the number's gone up a little bit. We've got about 1,500 profiles created. About 1,000 sales tax returns have already been filed through MyconneCT. So it's great to see that users are really jumping in and starting to use the product right from the start. Beginning this Monday, the 21st, we're opening it up full scale to businesses, practitioners, and bulk filers. You can create your username, your password, and begin to file and make payments. We understand that this is a change for everyone, and that's why we're doing the demonstrations. We want to make sure that you get off on the right foot and you have no issues whatsoever using the product. So I want to assure all of you that DRS is here to help. We're here to assist, and we're going to make sure that you have a great experience with the product, and we're going to help you step by step all along the way for you to realize the full benefits of the product. I've got two colleagues of mine that are going to walk you through MyconneCT. Randy Hariprasad is going to start our demonstration, and then Richard Carter is going to go through some other information for you at the end. So I'm going to pass it over to Randy. I again want to thank all of you for joining us today. This is a great moment, a proud moment for us at DRS, and we're happy to bring this product to all of you. It's going to make your jobs, should make your jobs much easier, and your clients should have a great experience with this MyconneCT product. So Randy, I'll turn it over to you and to get started with the demonstration.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hello, everyone. My name is Randy Hariprasad, and I work with the DRS. Today, I'm going to share some information about MyconneCT, DRS' newest online portal. During the presentation today, please feel free to ask questions. If I can answer, I will. If not, I will make sure I get back to you. This presentation is for you, and we want you to get the most you can out of it. MyconneCT is a mobile-friendly device and available 24/7. Another great thing about MyconneCT is that you only need one username to manage your own taxes as well as your clients. When creating your MyconneCT profile, you will select your access type based on how you file for your clients. There are two access types in MyconneCT: standard, which is a single employer login, and the third-party bulk filer. With the standard access type, you will be able to file, pay, and manage your own taxes, request and manage third-party access to your client's account, file and pay for your clients, and bulk upload W-2s and 1099s. During today's demo, we will look at creating a MyconneCT username, adding access to another business, and then filing a sales tax return for that client with the standard access type. The other access type that can be requested is a third-party bulk filer access type. Choosing the third-party bulk filer access type will provide you with access to a bulk filing menu where you can bulk upload returns and payments for your clients. If you sign up for the third-party bulk filer access, you can either register with your CT registration number. This will give you access to your own tax accounts in addition to the ability to file on behalf of your clients. If you don't have a CT registration number, you can register to be a bulk filer with your federal ID instead. With third-party bulk filer access, you will be able to bulk upload sales tax returns, payroll and non-payroll withholding payments, withholding returns, bulk upload W-2s and 1099s, request and manage third-party access to clients, manually file and pay for your clients. During today's demo, I will walk you through the following scenarios: creating a MyConnect username, registering as a bulk filer, locating the bulk filer menu, uploading a CT 941 quarterly reconciliation file. First, let's look at a third-party filer with a standard employer access type. Let's get started. You will create your username from the MyConnect welcome page. On your screen, you should see the welcome page of MyConnect. Click on Create Username Hyperlink. You will need to authenticate with a few pieces of information: the Connecticut registration number, the Connecticut registration business name. This is your legal business name. If you're a sole proprietor, you must provide your last name. One of the following: the Taxpayer Service Center PIN number, recent payment amount, recent tax due amount. For existing TSC filers, if you don't have this information on hand, you can access all of it from logging into the Taxpayer Service Center. Let's go ahead and click Next. Now that you will select your access type, in this example, we are creating a MyConnect username with a standard access type. Now we will enter the CT registration number and the CT registration business name. Remember, if you're a sole proprietor, you will enter your last name. Now we will enter the authentication information we have. In this example, the PIN we retrieved from the TSC, and click Next. Now we'll enter the profile information. We'll enter our phone number, our contact name, some security information, password, confirm our password. We'll enter a security question in case we forget our username and password in the future. Note on the right side of the screen, you should see some password hints. Let's go ahead and click Next. This is our profile summary page. If everything looks good, we can go ahead and click Submit. This is our confirmation page. And now we can click OK to return to the MyConnect welcome page. Okay, so we created our username and password. That's the first step. Let's log into MyConnect with the username we have just created. We'll enter the username, we'll enter the password, and we're going to go ahead and click Login. Once you have logged in, you will see some general information at the top of the screen. The top left section in MyConnect displays the business name, the CT reg number, and address. On the right-hand side, you will see the name of the logged in person and when they logged on previously. There are several tabs in MyConnect available where various actions can be taken. Let's look at the Summary tab. The Summary tab displays the tax type accounts that you are registered for, as well as the status of your returns and payments for each tax type. Let's go ahead and look at the Action Center. The Action Center allows you to see any unread messages or letters if available. It also highlights actions you are required to take, such as filing a return and making a payment. Let's go ahead and click on the More tab. The More tab lists additional actions you can take, including but not limited to viewing submitted requests, such as payments and returns, submitting bulk files for certain tax types, viewing messages or sending messages, and managing your access or adding access to another business. Now we want to request access to one of our clients. To add access to another business, let's locate the access group and click the Add Access to Another Business hyperlink. When you add access to another business, you will need to provide the following information to authenticate access to your clients: your client's Connecticut tax registration number, their last name or business entity legal's name, the Connecticut tax registration number associated with each of your client's account, one of the following for each account entered, a letter ID. This will display it on most Connecticut Department of Revenue Services correspondence. One of the last 3 payments of the account, one of the last 3 return tax due amounts already reported to Connecticut DRS, and the account ID for the requested account. Let's click the Next and enter the client's information. We'll enter the Connecticut registration number, and we'll enter the company ABC Company LLC. Let's click Next. Now we will enter the authentication information we have for the client's account. Let's click the Add Record hyperlink. The CT registration number will automatically populate from the previous page. We're going to request access to our client's sales and use tax account. Select our validation method, enter the amount for validation to proceed, and click Add. At this time, you could either click Next or continue adding your client's tax account by clicking Add a Record again. Once you're finished adding tax accounts, click Next to validate the information you have provided and submit to complete your request. You will receive confirmation that you have authenticated and been granted access to your client's account. Click OK to return to the main menu. At this time, you will be prompted to select which client you would like to work with. In our example today, we have only added access to one client's account. So you can see that you have either select to work with your own account, which is Third Party Standard LLC, or your client's account, ABC Company LLC. Let's go ahead and click on the ABC Company LLC hyperlink. From here, you can see the list of tax accounts that you have requested access to. Let's file a sales and use tax return for our client. Click the File Now hyperlink for the period ending September 30th, 2020. For easier filing, MyconneCT returns have steps and break the process up in manageable logical steps. First, we will enter the tax rate, then click Next to continue to the next step. We'll enter our gross receipt on line 1. In this example, we'll say yes, we have deductions. We'll go ahead and click yes and click Next. We'll enter our deduction, line 15, sales for resales, enter the amount, validate, and click Next. Now that you have brought to the return summary page, notice that the total due is calculated for us. In MyconneCT, it is important to make sure all the required fields are completed, otherwise you will not be able to continue. Let's go ahead and click Next to continue. We have also implemented a step where you must select your payment method. You can make a payment now or pay after filing. The payment method will default to ACH debit direct payment. Let's go ahead and click the Next to enter the payment information. We will now add our payment channel. We'll choose our account type, checking or savings, routing number, account number. We'll confirm our account number. If you want to continue to use this channel in the future, you will save it as your default channel. In this example, we're going to say yes, we wanted to use it for future payments. You are also required to type in confirmed amount of the payment to proceed. Let's click Next. The final step of the return is to enter your electronic signature and click Submit. So we enter electronic signature and click Submit. This is our confirmation page. The confirmation page includes a confirmation number that can be used to find the request later on if you happen to call DRS to locate this transaction. Let's go ahead and click on the printable view. This is a PDF copy. This is what we just filed, the sales tax return in MyconneCT. This PDF has the confirmation number, date, and timestamp, and the return information for the return we just filed. Notice the do not mail. You may keep this copy for your records, but this should not be sent to the agency. Sending in this copy can result in a duplicate returns and delay return processing. We will now log out of this customer so we can look at registering a different customer with the third-party bulk filer access type. Now we're back on the MyconneCT page. Now we will show you how to get in as a third-party bulk filer. From the login window, click the Create Username hyperlink and then click Next. At this time, we will select the third-party bulk filer access type. If you conduct business in Connecticut and register with DRS, you can click Yes and authenticate with your CT registration number and legal business name. If you're not registered with the DRS, you would like to file on behalf of your clients, you will select No. In this example, we will select No and click Next to continue. On this screen, you will enter your business information. Contact name, federal ID, telephone number, enter our email address and confirm our email address. Enter some address information. We'll verify the address in MyconneCT, make sure it looks good, and then we'll click Next to continue. Now we will create some profile information. We'll create our username, email address, confirm. Under security, create our password, confirm our password. This is the username and password you will use going forward to log into as a bulk filer. Notice on the right side, there's some password hints as well. Let's go ahead and click Next. This is our profile summary page. Everything looks good. We'll go ahead and click Submit. And we'll go ahead and click OK on the confirmation page. And now we will log in into MyconneCT with the username we just created. So now we're logged in as a third-party bulk filer. Earlier, I showed you how to log in as a standard user, which is a single employer. Once you're logged in, you can begin bulk uploading files for your clients, or you can add access to your clients to manually key in returns and make payments. In today's example, I will show you how to bulk upload for your clients, and this is done from the More menu. As you can see, you have similar options to what we saw earlier when logged in with the standard access. However, now you have a bulk filing group. Click the View Bulk Filer menu hyperlink. Here you can see all bulk filing options available to you. Let's go ahead and bulk upload the CT 941 for your clients. In MyconneCT, this process is pretty simple. You will click Choose File and select file you would like to upload or attach. A preview of the first 5 records of the file you uploaded will be displayed. If you wish to add a new file, click the Remove File button and choose a new file. If you are satisfied with the upload, click the Next button. If there are any issues with the format or validation issues, you will receive an error message and the list of records in error will be displayed. In this example, we didn't load any errors, so we're going to go ahead and click Submit. This is our file summary display. The file summary displays back to you the number of records you have uploaded. Before you can submit the upload, you have to confirm that the number of records submitted is correct by checking the box. Let's click on the Submit button to submit the upload. You will receive a confirmation number to keep for your records. If you realize that an upload was added in error or there were incorrect records in the file, you can delete your submission. So let's take a look how to do that. Click the Sort Submission hyperlink. Here you can see a list of submissions in our example. We will see the one that we just submitted. From here, you can delete the file you uploaded in error, and then you can make corrections and upload that file again. This is all we have to show you today. At this point, do you have any questions about what you saw today or about MyconneCT in general?
There are actually a lot of questions in chat. If you
Yeah,
have
we saw
access to
it.
chat.
I did see that, and Laura, we were gonna let's give Randy a moment to catch his breath. Maybe grab a sip of water after the presentation. Laura, if you want, I do see the questions. A couple of them, even some of your members have answered for folks who had put something in. So if there is, or Laura, if you wanna kind of go down the questions for a few minutes, and we can have maybe Randy take a shot at them. We have done this for a couple of days now. We have seen a couple of these questions. I think we may be able to address a few of them. If there's something that we can't do, we want to make sure again that we value your time, and we'd be happy to follow up with you on.
Right, so any of the questions we don't get to today, I'll compile a list.
Questions that may not be,
I'm sorry, I thought you'd stopped. You're freezing on me a little bit. Any of the questions we don't get to today, we will compile a list and email it off to Jim, and he can find all the answers that we'll need. But we'll start with the very first one. Can you ask
Yes.
John who in DRS settlements since John Dudas was transferred?
Oh, we're going.
Jim or anyone?
I took questions outside of Mike had gone off, and he was going to come back at the end.
Okay.
Commissioner, you still there? Yeah, let's save that one for the end.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we use the same username and password as the TSC?
Yeah, good question.
Yes, you can use the same username and password, but you will have to create a profile in MyconneCT from scratch.
Right.
Okay, and I know I saw a question, and I think Chris answered, is how do we find our PIN number? And it is as simple as that. You just go into your TSC and it's there. I've been collecting them for my clients for a couple months now, just to make sure I don't lose them.
Right.
Is there a way the TSC portal can transfer banking info into MyconneCT?
No, because MyconneCT is a brand new application. You will have to enter your banking information as one time, and then you can save that, save it going forward.
Okay, and Chris, I think asked for bulk filing. I am only seeing the ability to upload files, not complete a single, for example, a single sales tax return for one particular client, which we were able to do via our bulk filer account via TSC. And I think, Brett, did you have the same sort of question there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I understand this right, so you're probably going in as a standard user and adding your clients to upload sales tax. That's not going to work. You will have to, for the sales tax option to upload, you will have to go through the third-party bulk filing signed up.
The question I
did
think
that.
was, yeah, the question was pertaining to the format. Are we forced to upload a CSV file when we want to do it? Because before we actually had an input form that we could use.
No, that's optional. The upload is optional. So you can key in on the line items one at a time for your clients, or you also have the options of upload using the CSV format, correct?
Okay, because in the demonstration I did not see, because you just did the CSV upload.
We did the sales tax the first when you logged in as a standard.
Yeah.
How does it work when you go in as a bulk filer? Because I signed up as a bulk filer, not a standard user.
Right.
And when I get to the sales tax, the only option I have available is a bulk upload.
So when you, okay, sorry. So
No,
when you logged in as a bulk filer, you will go to the panel that says add access to your client, add access to another business. You will click on that hyperlink and then you will authenticate in that bulk filer, that taxpayer in the system. And then you will have the option of manually keying the sales tax or any other tax types.
Okay. Thank you, Randy.
Can you be, and we may have just answered this because now I'm not a bulk filer, so now I'm a little confused. Can you be both a single user and a bulk user as in the old system?
Yes, that's called a third-party access. So you can log in there as a standard user and you can keep adding clients to get into the system. However, on the standard login, you can manually key in and file for any tax types that you wanted and upload W-2s and 1099s. But if you wanted to upload sales tax, withholding, CT 941s, CT 945, disaggregated sales report, you will need to log in as a bulk filer.
Okay.
To do that.
Someone asked about how do I get a Connecticut registration number? I think you just go to the Connecticut page and apply, register your business.
Yes,
and
that
you'll
is
get
correct.
it that way. And then along with that, someone did ask for a standard user. Is there an override for the Connecticut registration number when a business doesn't provide services or sell goods subject to Connecticut sales tax?
So they wanted to sign up as a standard user and they don't have a reg number? Am I understanding that right?
So I'm not sure, whoever asked that question, if you could maybe write a little more about that. I'm thinking that you don't need this if you don't have sales tax or if you don't have to have any payroll taxes. So I'm not really sure what the question is. So I think it was Melissa. If you want to expand on that either verbally or in the chat, that would be great. When we upload via bulk filer, we have to use, no, we filled that out. We answered that one, excuse me, that one. And the bulk upload, is key and send no longer an option as bulk filer? Is that what we answered as well before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
Okay, good. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to make sure I hit everybody's questions here. Can we have both sales tax and payroll tax under the same account, even though they end in 000 or 001?
Great question. So this is a big improvement in MyConnect. In TSC, you had to create multiple accounts to go in under different locations. But in MyConnect, all you need is just one username and password, and you will see all your different locations when you log in. Which
I am excited about. There's no getting one thing done and then logging out and then trying to log back in and with the wrong. So I think that'll be excellent. How long do you have to delete a bulk file?
by the end of the business day. So let's say if you go in there today and you upload the bulk file, and then a few hours later you discover like, oh shoot, I made a mistake. There's some errors in the bulk upload. You can go back under submission by end of the business day. I'll say maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock, around that time. That's where we will shut it off and to export the file. If you missed it, you can always come back and make some edits to the returns by amending the returns or which one is incorrect in there.
Okay. And this one was asked to me privately, and I'm putting it out there. Will the newly designed software make more efficient use of available computer processing capacity such that bottlenecks and slow response times experienced on filing due dates will be reduced? If not, have additional computing resources been put in place to alleviate this problem?
So if I understand the question correctly, this is more of, are they asking if MyconneCT is more faster uploading file and filing returns than TSC? Yes, this is a web-based application and is much faster than the TSC.
Excellent. Will the system be ready to handle the new IRS 1099 NEC?
Great question. Yes, yes, we are working on it with our vendor, and this should be available for January for the due date. Ready to go. Yes.
Okay. Will MyconneCT be available for individual to file their Connecticut 1040?
Randy, I'm gonna let you take a breath because this is one of the questions that I can answer. Yeah, individual income tax is going to be a part of the future, not the initial phase that we are rolling out publicly on Monday. Rick Carter, our colleague, will touch on a little bit about what's ahead. But yeah, individual income taxes will be a part of this, but in a later phase, which this is a total 4-year rollout. It will be a part, individual income tax will be a part of a future phase.
Okay, so if we upload some returns and key and send others, will we need 2 logins? And I think that we've kind of answered that before. I'm going to say no, or we do?
So yes, so if they wanted to upload sales tax, they will need to log in as a bulk filer. If they want it, you can also key in as a bulk filer, but you will need to authenticate in those clients. So the answer to that would be you will have, the best way to do that is to log in as a third-party bulk filer access. That will give you everything that you need to do.
Okay. If you're not using bulk filing, rather single third party, and make a mistake on a sales tax return, can we also delete it before the end of the day? Or do we still have to file an amended one?
No, you have the same option of deleting a submission. In MyconneCT, we say submission. In Taxpayer Service Center, we didn't call it submission. So once you submitted a return, a single return, you still have by the end of the day to delete that return, or you also have the option of continue editing that return. If for some reason you missed it, you will go back and you can amend that return.
Okay. And somebody then asked, how do we file amended sales tax return? And I imagine it's in, as if you were filing it, you would do what you would normally do and then say it's amended.
Yes, that is correct. So you will go back to the summary page, you'll click on that period, you will have the amend hyperlink there, you will click on the hyperlink, and then you will make your changes and go all the way to the end. So it's similar to the Taxpayer Service Center, just like we do today for amending returns.
Excellent. This is actually my question. Are we able to I tried to go in 2 days ago and make a sales tax payment. I know I was unable to actually file the form because I think you're in transition. It just kept me in a roundabout loop of going from TSC to MyconneCT back to CSC. And then I thought, all right, I just know what the amount is. I'll just make the payment because they're already late. And I couldn't even do that. And I'm wondering, can we do that yet?
So that is correct. So in MyconneCT, we do disable those phase 1 tax types, which we'll be ending this presentation with, so you will know the different tax type that's in MyConnect. So if you happen to click on a sales tax in TSC, in the Taxpayer Service Center, you will get redirected to the MyConnect landing page, which is not available as of yet. It will be on the 21st of September, I believe which is Monday coming.
Okay, so how do I make the payment? Because he's already late and we're trying to avoid any more penalties or interest.
There should not be any due date at this time. The due date is ending of the month.
Okay.
If you missed the due date prior month, you're already late because we had that option in the TSC. But if you're filing the return, which is due ending of this month, so September 21st, you should be able to go into MyConnect and make the payment and file the return before the due date.
Okay, good. Now, a few more have popped up here. Hold on a second. So somebody says they have clients with no Connecticut state registration numbers and she files 1099s using their socials. Can I still do this for these clients or must they apply for Connecticut tax registration numbers? For me, it's a federal filing of the 1099s.
Yes, we do have the option on our MyConnect welcome page. If you look at your screen, I'm not sure if we're still sharing the screen. If we could go back to the welcome page, I'll show you real quick where to file that.
You're still sharing, you're doing great. Thank you, Randy.
Yep, so this is our welcome page and right there, there's a link that says file 1099 miscellaneous. That's the hyperlink you will use if you're not registered with DRS or you just need the federal ID and you will use that to file your 1099 miscellaneous. This is the same feature we have in the Taxpayer Service Center as well.
Okay. Can you have more than one username and password for third-party bulk filers since there's more than one of us that files for clients?
Yes, we do have options where when you logged in under profile in MyConnect as a bulk filer, you can set up additional users just like the Taxpayer Service Center.
Okay. How late in the day on the due date can I file and still be considered timely?
Midnight. So it's midnight. If you go over 1 minute, you're late.
Oh boy. What are we doing, like Eastern time, or can we hit California time or no? What is the latest time in the day that a payment can be made and have it apply for that day? Especially if you're making a payment on the last day of the month when the payment must be made without penalty.
At the same, 12 midnight.
12 midnight, okay. And then so if I understand, I need to be a bulk filer to do my client's returns. I never used bulk for anything. And I'm not sure the question. I'm wondering if you just would sign in as a standard user.
Can you repeat the question again, please?
Said, if I understand, I need to be a bulk filer to do my client's returns, question mark. I never use bulk filing for anything.
No, not necessarily. If you're not uploading files, you do not need the third-party bulk filer sign up. All you need to do is log in as your standard user,
Right.
and then you can add additional clients.
Excellent. Now, if any member of my team, have I hit all the questions on this list? I'm hoping if anyone on our board has, or if I've missed a question, you can want to unmute yourself. How many accounts can you add for third-party access?
How many accounts you can add for as many as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no limit.
Okay.
There's one just above that just came in. Do we now need to upload files to do sales tax?
No.
No, it's optional. Well, I mean, if you have a lot of clients, instead of sitting in front of the computer and manually key in one return at a time, it saves a lot of time if you just use our templates and upload the sales tax, and all of that information can be found on the DRS website.
Will DRS have a special helpline for MyConnect problems? And I'm thinking, Randy, how about your cell phone number?
That would be nice. Yes, we will touch base on the end of the presentation as well. There is a 1-800 number to call when we go live. Yes.
Okay, so I think we've hit all the questions. So Jim, what's next?
Yeah, thank you, Laura, and thank you for those questions. As we have found, some of the best feedback that we get, or the questions that we get, and some of the things that you heard today, even from Randy to this point, are the result of questions that we've heard from some others about this. So at this point, I want to turn it over to my colleague Rick Carter, who has some closing thoughts and some things that we'd like for you to take away as we start to wind up today. Rick, please.
Thanks, Jim. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Carter, and I'm going to reiterate some key points, add a few tips, and close us out today. As a reminder, beginning on Monday, September 21st, if you file returns or make payments for any of these Phase 1 tax types, sales and use, business use, withholding, room occupancy, prepaid wireless E911 fee, admissions and dues, tourism surcharge, rental surcharge, and dry cleaning surcharge, you will use MyConnect. But if you have a filing that is not part of Phase 1, such as a corporation return, you will file using your current method. Therefore, the possibility exists that you will be using MyConnect for one set of taxes and the TSC for another. For those so inclined, we have FAQs and easy-to-use tutorials available on our website, which can be found at portal.ct.gov/DRS. Under Most Popular, just click the MyConnect link and select either the FAQs or tutorial menu options from the MyConnect information page. Of particular interest to you would probably be the following tutorials: creating a MyConnect username, adding access to another business, and any of the tutorials for bulk uploading. And speaking of MyConnect username, when accessing MyConnect for the first time, you will need to create a MyConnect username. For businesses registered with DRS, you need the following in order to create a username: tax registration number for the entity, the name of the business or business entity's legal name, and one of the following: Taxpayer Service Center PIN number, or a recent payment amount, or a recent tax due amount. If you do not have the PIN, you will need a tax due amount or payment amount from a recent return to authenticate. If you're requesting access to your client's accounts, you'll need the following: tax registration number for your client's business entity's legal name or last name, and one of the following for each account you request access to: a recent payment amount, a recent tax due amount, and the account ID. Some final notes: when MyConnect goes live, a dedicated hotline will be available with DRS staff ready to assist if you have any questions or any issues. MyConnect is also mobile device friendly. As a result, you can use your smartphones and tablets to file, pay, or contact the department 24/7. And also be advised, Phase 1 tax types are now disabled in the TSC and can only be filed in MyConnect. What's next for MyConnect after September 21st, you may ask? Well, DRS is continuing to modernize both our internal and external tax systems, which will be done with multiple phases over several years. In the coming months, look for correspondence from DRS with information about Phase 2. Please note, though, Phases 2, 3, and 4 tax types are not listed at this time, but will be in the future. This concludes our presentation, and I turn it back over to Jim.
Excellent, Rick. Thanks so much. And Laura, thank you again for the opportunity to come before your members. I did see a couple more questions that popped up that we will definitely address, and we can address offline. Laura, you'll get those to me. One I did see about filing history: will returns filed for sales tax, for instance, will those transfer over? Will a client be able to look back on what's been filed? The answer is yes for that. We can get you a little bit more of a specific answer if needed. But Laura, with just our last couple of moments as we approach the hour, I did want to turn it back over to Commissioner Biello if he had perhaps one or two more things to say. Laura, before I do send it over to him, there was that settlement question that was not related to MyConnect. Please just get that to me, and we can find a name or a contact for you. And absolutely, we will share Rick's slides that he just had that were up on the screen. We'd be happy to do that aside from the recording, so those can be shared with other folks. So, Commissioner, as I've said, it's always good to let the boss have the last word. If you wanted to say something, a couple of closing thoughts for the folks here.
Sure. Thanks, Jim. It was good to see everybody. I see some familiar faces. I just wanted to thank all of you for attending this presentation and allowing us the opportunity to share our milestone with you. We really appreciate the opportunity to go through MyConnect with you. Like I said earlier, you're going to find this to be a great experience and a much easier to use product. We're confident that you're gonna find this to be much more beneficial than the TSC. And I guess just in closing, I just want to make sure that all of you understand that we recognize this to be change, and we have an entire team ready to assist beginning on Monday once everything goes live. So we are here to assist every step of the way to get you through the transition. I guess I will say that some of the early indications from our soft launch are indicating that it's a fairly easy to use system, because we received very few phone calls. And I was told, I originally reported to you that we had about 1,500 profiles. And during the presentation, I was told that we're up to about 2,600 right now. So that's a great sign. People are getting on and logging in and creating profiles and using the system. So very encouraging initial results. So thank you again. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and just wish everybody a great weekend that's coming up.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Jim, Randy, and Rick. We appreciate your time, and we appreciate your willingness to communicate to help we tax professionals do a better job and make it a little more easy for us. So we do appreciate all your time. And if you need to jump off the call, it's great. We have just a few announcements for the Connecticut chapter. And I'm going to hand that over to Brett.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
1 second. I think we were just following up on the conference that we're going to be hosting in October, right? We narrowed down all of our topics and our CPEs. We're actually going to do a 1 hour non-CP class with the Mellums, and it's just going to be everything about the SBA loans and forgiveness and everything. It's not something that we can actually qualify for credits on, but it's something that I know everyone's going to want. So we're going to just have a whole hour of that. We're also going to do a 2 hour session with the Mellums of just ask questions, because I feel like at this time it's just, I know I have a lot of questions, and I'm sure everyone else does too. So we're just going to bombard them with as many questions as possible. So in the next couple of days, we'll have the finalized agenda and all the information. And again, it's something that we're sending out to the Connecticut NATP members for free. We're not going to be offering it to non-members, unfortunately. So if it's something that you want to get in on, you're more than welcome to sign up to be a member, and we'll go from there.
Excellent, thank you. So that's going to be October 6th. More details to follow in the emails that you receive from us. And we hope you will attend. It will be virtual again. It'll be more of a webinar format. And your team has been working very hard at getting the topics. They got them approved, IRS approved. It's very exciting. So we're looking forward to it. And with that, I think we will call this meeting to a close. I'll stop recording, and thank you all for joining. Drop me an email. Let me know if you liked it.
Great job.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job.